is Shadow Going Game, and I'm going to read Cinderella Phenomenon. Frick, I can't word. That's probably wording. Okay, so I have no idea what I'm getting into. Sorry that it's a little bit laggy. It's not as bad as it could be. I haven't played it at all yet. Let's start then. Is it my first time? Yes. Am I just gonna say screw it and get on with it and skip a tutorial? Yes. Do I have any idea what I'm doing? Nope. Once upon a time in a kingdom far, far away, there were two crystals. One was the crystallum. Crystallium? Crystallium? Crystallium. I'm just gonna say crystallium. Lucis, protected by the ruler of fairies. The other was the crystallium tenebrarium. There we go, tenebrarium, which was watched over by the high leader of the witches. The Lucis was sustained by love, happiness, and joy. The tenebrarium was by fear, anger, and hatred. The fairies and witches lived in harmony with the humans of the kingdom. They regulated the powers of the crystals in order to maintain balance between the darkness and light. Where there can be no joy without sadness, no courage without fear. The kingdom was at peace for a time. Then one day a traveling bard decided to write stories, tales of magic and wonders of the kingdom. He named these stories fairy tales. In fairy tales, the light always emerged victorious, and true love was a usual reward. The fairy tale spread further than could have been predicted. Sorry, my grammar's horrible right now. It is 1:56 a.m. Anyways, that could have been predicted. I'm normally way better at reading this. Okay, back then. The humans of the kingdom began to believe that fairy tales were true, and that the magic of the witches was inherent. I know that word. Inherently. Yeah, Shadow, record a video at 1 something a.m. so that everyone can hear how bad you are at reading when you're tired. Honestly, I'm just not used to reading out loud. I read weed. Weed, yeah. It's a weed. This is a plant. The humans of Frick, I already read this. The witches became hated and feared. Eventually they were hunted like animals. The witch hunt. That's harsh. That's uncalled for. The high leader of the witches, in all of her anger, created the fairy tale curse. You think we are wicked? So be it. Just as you have taken our happily ever afters, we shall take yours. The witches used the fairy tale curse to attack humans indiscriminately, ultimately throwing the kingdom into chaos and darkness. The ruler of the fairies, Lucis Barrier, sought to regain peace, but the witches were blinded by their hatred for humans, who were responsible for the witch genocide, a terrible war, the Great War. Eventually, the Tenebrarium bearer, the high leader of the witches, was final. The Tenebrarium was lost, peace was restored, the light once again triumphed. The darkness can never fully disappear. It waits in the shadows, patient for when its time will inevitable. I'm sorry that sometimes I'm not the best at pronouncing words. Return. Sign here. Loose setting. What? Oh, frick. That's Shadow. Prologue. The Princess. My name is Shadowrilla Britton, daughter of King General Britain III. I am the crown princess of the kingdom, and Jelly. At least, that was who I used to be. But that was before yesterday when I became a victim of the infamous fairy tale curse. Everyone has forgotten my birthright. Now I am nothing more than a lowly peasant. I feel like I am stuck in a night, but no, this is my reality now. I still have no idea what I must do to break the curse. I close my eyes and remember that day. It had started out like any other day. Mayday. Have you heard? Another person was cursed. I am on my way to the dining hall for breakfast when I stop and listen to the hushed sound of voices. There are two maids standing right next to each other with brooms in hand. These two are slacking off again. That's terrible. What fairy tale curse was it? They say it was Pinocchio. Pinocchio, the fairy tale with the lying boy when the nose grows longer? That's awful. You know, more and more people have been getting cursed lately. You think those wicked witches are up to something again? I thought the fairy tale curses would stop after you know who was defeated. Is this Voldemort now? Is Voldemort just hopping in the story now? Hey, you know who? You don't dare to speak of his name. Just okay. It's not him. It's Voldemort. It's Voldemort that was defeated in the story. Not him. Who's that person? I don't even know his name. What you talking about? I'm sorry. You two were hired to work, not talk. We're sorry, Your Highness. Oh, that voice. As could only be expected from the likes of them. Another fairy tale curse. The fairy tale curse started spreading even before the Great War began. I do not have much interest in its effects even now. After all, most humans probably deserve to get cursed. The victims are weak. So you're calling yourself weak? Anyways, Angeli would be better off without the dead weight. If it were up to Mother, the curse would have been banished from Angeli the instant they fell prey to it. But Mother is not here anymore, and she will not come back, ever. Princess, the King and Queen are waiting in the dining hall. I am on my way. The King, Ophelia, and Rod are all present in the dining hall. Someone is conspicuously missing, but I ignore their absence. Good morning, Shadow. Good morning, Your Majesty. Good morning, Shadow. Silence. Shadow. Ophelia. Ophelia within self. Every day I wonder why my father, the king, married a lowly baker. She could have never been a true queen, for she pales in comparison to Mother. I take my seat next to the king and then look up at the person sitting opposite of me. Uh, well, well then. Rod Benedict went himself. My stepbrother is bored and quiet as usual. He is 2 years my junior, and is the younger of Ophelia's children. He is mute and uses a plush bunny to voice his thoughts. It was apparently given to him by a fairy. He minds his own business and is easy to deal with. But his older sister. My eyes go to the seat empty beside him. She is probably the most infuriating person I have ever had the displeasure of knowing. I'm so sorry I'm late. I was reading and forgot the time. And here she is. Good morning, dear father. Mother. Good morning, Rod. And good morning to you, too, Shadow. It's a beautiful morning, isn't it? She doesn't seem that bad to me. Really, within solve Rod's elder sister and my stepsister. She acts as if we were our blood, as if, wow. Currently in the story, I am a real jerk. I do not like myself. Huh. As if she could be crown princess, perhaps steal my place. I will never let that happen. You have to relax and just loosen up. Now that everyone is here, let us begin. Butlers glide inside with silver trays to carefully serve us breakfast. So, Amelia, you are reading the fairy tale books that the king bought you? Oh, yes, there are so many, and they are all so wonderful. Thank you so much, Father. I am happy that you like them. I love them. It's so strange that the library didn't have any of them to begin with. That's because Mother hated them. She had all the books burned. But why they are such charming stories. Fairy tales misled humans into believing they can have things they do not deserve. Fame, riches, love, happily ever afters. And when their wishes do not come to fruition exactly as they had want them to, the humans blame the witches for granting them in the first place. What are you implying about the witches, Shadow? The atmosphere shifts, the air in the room growing heavy. I continue. Perhaps witches are not responsible for the world. Perhaps humans are the cause of their own downfall. Very true. That is very true. I will back you up, Other Shadow. Have you any idea what you're talking about, child? Witches have caused nothing but pain and suffering to this kingdom. Even now they still spread the fairy tale curse to our innocent subjects. The truth is, I know very about the time the witches had free reign over Angeli. I was very young then, and Mother forbade me to leave the palace sometimes, even my room. And I know nothing of the people's supposed pain and suffering. Mother kept me away from everyone, and so I cannot bring myself to care. How do you know the cursed are innocent? Our people have been toiling lately and toiling night and day and night to rebuild Angeli after the Great War. Our people are the kingdom's foundation, and I am endlessly grateful for their determination and resolve. Oh, my time's almost up. I'm gonna have to do an outro. Everyone, this is Showgirl Gamer, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm so sorry this was so short.